Was it one of your goals to buy a house this year? Well, in today's video, we're going to talk about the number one thing you need to do to buy a house so you're in the right place. But before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Linda Shinpaw. I'm a licensed loan originator powered by Edge Home Finance Corporation. We're licensed in 47 states, and the last 3 are coming. We are the number one national mortgage broker in the U.S., so you're in great hands with us. Let's talk about the number one thing you need to do to buy a house this year. All right. But first, why haven't you taken action? Are you afraid? Be honest. It's okay. Maybe you don't know who to trust. You don't know who to call, who to reach out to. Maybe the process seems overwhelming. I'll never forget, and I'm sure you remember too, that first day of college when you sit down all of those classes and they give you the syllabus and you go, how in the world am I going to get this done between now and Christmas or between January and May 1st? Like there's no way. But slowly but surely, week after week, class after class, paper after paper, you just chip away at it. And before you know it, the 4 years have gone by and you just have this incredible degree and life ahead of you. But don't feel that way about the mortgage process. It's big, but it's not 4 years big, and I can help you every step of the way. Okay, what you need is you just need a plan, all right? And the dictionary defines the plan as a set of decisions about how to do something in the future. That's all you need, right? Companies have business plans, governments have peace plans. You may have a 5-year plan. We make holiday plans. We talk about our plans for the weekend. So we can do this. And I'm going to hold your hand and I'm going to walk you through the plan. All right. How planning works in my world is we start with a 15-minute call with you, with our clients. And we ask you, what do you want to do? What are you dreaming of? What are your hopes and goals for the future? And you just tell me that. And then I'll ask you some more nosy questions and we get you down the path of home ownership. This is completely free and it is the correct first step. You need to start with a mortgage professional. Please don't go look at houses first. You may end up looking at houses above your price range, and it is so hard to fall in love with something after you've seen something that's $50,000 or $100,000 out of your budget. So promise me, I don't want your heart to break. Let's get you started let's get you started correctly, which is with a mortgage professional. Figure out what you qualify for, then you can go have some more fun and look at those houses. You know, when you go to the doctor and you maybe have a problem and it might be kind of personal, it's not something you even want to tell your mom or your dad or your best friend about. It's very normal, right, to have that conversation with the doctor. Same thing with me, okay? When we're talking about your goals and buying a house, we're going to talk about a lot of personal financial information, but it's normal. Okay, it's normal. This is what I need to know from you so I can help guide you in the best way. So some of the things that we're going to talk about with regards to your goal is your current situation, right? Do you rent or own? If you rent, do you have a contract that you need to see through? If you go month to month if you exceed that? There's a lot of things to take into account there, and we'll talk about that. What's your time frame? Is it just whenever the next house, whenever the house comes available that you fall in love with? Or do you need the kids to be settled before school starts in August? Do you have a new job and a start date? So there's all kinds of reasons why you may have a time frame, and we'll discuss that. Your credit status. Do you know if you have good credit or bad credit? Do you have some issues? Do we just need to talk about those first? Like, we need to put all that on the table and get you all squared away. Money down. You do need a little bit of money to buy a house. So how much money do you have? How much money will you have by the time you're ready to buy a house and move? And we'll just start backing in to, the right plan with that answer. Okay, the most important thing that I ask my clients is, what is your comfortable payment? What monthly payment are you comfortable making? Because it doesn't matter how much I can approve you for. If you don't want to write the check, if you don't want to set that electronic transfer up for that dollar amount, then it doesn't mean anything. So what is a comfortable monthly payment that you can make every single month? That is really the most important question and the most important answer you can give me. And then knowledge of loan programs, right? We want to break that down a little bit so you understand, because sometimes you qualify for an FHA loan and a conventional loan. Well, which one is better? Well, it just depends. There's so many different factors. And so as we get through this list of questions with you, we'll be able to educate you on loan programs so you understand why one is more advantageous for you than the other. Okay, the two biggest concerns are my credit score and my credit history, Linda. I don't even know. I don't even have a credit card, right? Maybe you have no credit history. It's okay. There's ways to work around that. Maybe you went through a really rough time and you got behind on some of your payments, or you had a major medical incident and you've got medical collection. It's okay. I've seen it. I've been doing this almost 25 years, and we'll take a look at it. We'll break it down, and I promise you, we can come up with a plan. Okay, we can come up with a plan for you. Job stability. This is the other biggest concern. Maybe you don't have 2 years in your current job. It's okay. It's okay. Just tell me what you have. Tell me where you've worked, for how long, and why. And again, there's so many ways to document our way around a 2-year job history. So don't worry about it. Just let me know what's going on and we'll come up with a plan. I have several free resources that I have developed over the years, and you are able to have access to all of those. In the description below, you can click and get access to my Smart Homebuyers Guide. This is A to Z, the home buying process. I want you to feel capable and confident as you buy a house. I want you to understand things clearly and simply. I am not trying to trick you here. I want to explain everything to you. I have a heart of a teacher, and that has served me so well in my career. So if you are buying a home for the first time, you definitely need this guide. But even if you haven't bought a home in a long time, things change. It's a huge process. Get yourself educated. Grab my Smart Home Buyers Guide, and I know it will help you. In addition to that, I send out weekly emails. It won't ever take you more than 3 minutes to read or listen to anything I send you in those emails, but they're loaded with mortgage tips, credit tips. If the Fed cut rates a few weeks ago, and so I sent out a real quick, hey, this is what is really going on kind of an email. So make sure you get on that list as well. And I'm going to make these weekly YouTube videos. So if there are other topics that you'd like to have me talk about, put those in the comments below so I can make sure that I'm giving you what you want to hear. Here's the no-nos. Do not, and I said this earlier, do not go look at a home before getting pre-approved. I beg you, don't do it. I know it's so much fun, and the open houses are just irresistible, especially if it's a neighborhood that your best friend or your aunt or your sister or whomever lives in. I know, but just don't do it. Fight the urge, okay? Call me, call your loan. If you have another loan officer that you use, call him or her, but get with your mortgage professional first and make sure that your credit's in order, that you can get pre-approved, and you know how much house you want to shop for based upon what? The comfortable monthly payment you want to make, okay? Promise me that. Don't go submit multiple applications online. Oh gosh, you guys, maybe I'm a glutton for punishment, but I do this stuff sometimes just to see what the experience is like. And I can tell you that in my experience, if you go to these big online lenders and you just submit applications, you're going to get emails, text, you're not going to work with the same person, and nobody's going to call you. Like, it is not the experience that you think. So I want you to promise me you speak to a mortgage professional, and I would also ask you to promise me that you speak to somebody who's going to be your point of contact, that you have their number. When you call them, they call you back, or their team calls you back, and you have a relationship with those people. It will be a much better experience than if you just go with some big lender and use emails and text. Promise you. And please just don't do nothing, right? Don't, because you're worth it. You deserve to have a house, and there's a plan for you. It might be nothing. Like, you might just be ready. You may surprise yourself that you make enough money, you have enough savings for a down payment and closing costs, and we help you find a great realtor, and off you go. But you also might need a few months. You might need to take care of some things. That's okay too. But just please don't do anything. Don't let another year go by and, hey, this will be the year. This will be the year, right? At least make a phone call, set up that planning session with me, and let's figure out what your plan to homeownership looks like. Remember, 15 minutes on my calendar all week long. I've got tons of spots that I keep open for that. And I want you to tell me what's important to you. I want you to ask me those questions that you need answers to, but you also got to let me ask you a couple nosy questions. Remember, it's a totally cool conversation. This is a subject matter that I talk about all day long, but book that call with me. Let's get you on the path to home ownership. And I just appreciate you watching this video so much. Like and subscribe. Let me know the topics that you want to hear about. I'll keep making these videos because you matter, and I hope you have a great day.